Hey guys, this is Megan Ford here for Module 10. So there's a couple things I want to address before we really get into this and kind of give you guys some ideas of the scene. So this scene in particular is from Pride and Prejudice by the BBC. It's the first time that Darcy proposes to Elizabeth Bennet. One thing I want to note about the audio in this is that the audio is done really well. It's very clear, it's very crisp. We are able to pick up the actors' emotions really well in this scene. Just because the audio is really good, we're able to kind of hear the silence, hear the soft speaking when they're upset, but as they get angry, we can hear the rise in their voices. They don't use lavalier mics, which is good because it really preserves the Regency style clothing. So let's get started. In this first shot here, we see Mr. Darcy. They've used the lighting here to kind of give some dimension to his face into the room. You can tell that one side of the room is brighter than the other. The other thing they've done in this shot is they've used a low angle shot, and we know that Mr. Darcy is the more superior character. Elizabeth views him as this man who feels very superior to her. So we can really feel that in this shot. And we've got a medium close-up shot so we can kind of see the tension in his face. One thing I've noticed in all the shots with Elizabeth versus Mr. Darcy is that Elizabeth is lit up a lot more. So here we can see a good use of the window. It kind of gives her the halo effect at the top of her head right here. The way they use the lighting, we're able to see a lot more motion in her eyes, which is really great. And they've used a medium close-up for this so that we're able to see her facial expressions and her reactions to him. And we are also given a high angle shot, which shows her vulnerability and also her inferiority to Mr. Darcy. Here we can see the lighting has really gotten darker as Elizabeth rejects Mr. Darcy, so the lighting really shows us the different emotion. We have more of a traditional medium shot in this, and I really like it because you're able to see that Mr. Darcy is holding back his emotion for Elizabeth, but still reacting. And so the way they use the mirror in this shot is really good because the viewer is able to see how upset he is, but you can tell he's hiding it from Elizabeth here. Again, we've got the light coming in from the window, which kind of gives this halo effect on Elizabeth. It gives us the feeling that Elizabeth is this really great person and Mr. Darcy is not so nice, which is the feeling you get throughout the movie till the end. We've got a medium to medium close-up shot here. Again, it allows us to feel the emotion. I really like how they use the backlight to show off the intricacy of the wallpaper, because in this, Elizabeth is staying at a very expensive manor, so it kind of gives us that idea that there's a lot of expense put into this house. Here we have a traditional medium shot again with Mr. Darcy. Again, we've got the darker light so we can feel the darker mood of the situation. I really like that they used a medium shot here because we're able to see Mr. Darcy like kind of holding his hands and feeling a lot more tense. You can feel the tension rising in him as he's getting more upset about the things Elizabeth says. This next shot here really, again, medium shot, giving us a full picture of like his facial expressions and the tension in his body. Again, we can feel that he's angry based upon the shot here. I like that they make the background a lot lighter, and then Mr. Darcy's dark coat is so stark against the black or the light background, it really kind of brings his character into focus for us, so that we're, as he's moving across the room and pacing, we're focused just on his tension and how upset he is. Here, I really like, again, we've got a medium close-up so we can see Elizabeth's eyes and her face. And they've used the window again as a good backdrop for the lighting to kind of light her up. But we can also see here, as she's responding to him, her face is a little bit darker. And I like the way they used her head tilt and the high angle shot in this to really make us feel vulnerable for her. It makes the audience feel like you just want to give her a hug and that Mr. Darcy is a big jerk and how could he treat her that way. So as we get through this scene, we can see that the tension has really, really mounted. Elizabeth's really upset. Mr. Darcy is very, very upset. The way they use this lighting is that we can see both faces very well and their expressions very well. We've got key light on both actors, and then the fill light on the side that gives them the more depth of expression, which is really important for this shot. And here the audio is really good because Elizabeth talks very softly, but Mr. Darcy is so angry at this point that he's shouting, and you don't hear this huge difference in volume. It's not constantly pitchy or changey at all. I like that they have both of them in the shot together here because we can really see Mr. Darcy's anger against Elizabeth's shock, and we can see that she's more heartbroken and he's just absolutely furious and doesn't understand why she would feel how she does. Here we have a neutral angle, a medium close-up, which again is going to give us the emotion on Elizabeth's face. I like that they really closed the darkness in the background, so we're really focused on Elizabeth here. It gives the audience this darker feel in Elizabeth's presence. We can feel how upset she is because of the darkness. And the neutral angle kind of makes you feel like after this, Elizabeth has become Mr. Darcy's equal because of her reaction and kind of calling him out. You go, girl. Finally here, we have a close-up of Mr. Darcy's face. You can tell he's very discontent about the way the situation goes. The door is actually a really important part in this background because it lets the viewer know that he's finally had it and he's just leaving. So as you can see, the way the audio, the way they use the lighting to portray emotion, the different types of shots and angles they use really give the viewer this sense of a change in perspective in the relationship between Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy. We can tell here by the end that she views him as her equal and she's not afraid to stand up to him. All right, guys. Sorry this video ran a little bit long, but I look forward to seeing yours. Bye.